Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abdullah Muaz. So today I'm gonna talk about postmodernism and modern philosophy. Before we talk more about postmodernism, I will describe what is postmodernism. So, in Western philosophy, postmodernism is a late 20th century movement characterized by broad skepticism, subjectivism, or relativism, a general suspicion of reason, and, and an acute sensitivity to the role of ideology in asserting and maintaining the political and economic power. So, uh, postmodernism is largely a reaction against the intellectual assumption and value of the modern period in the history of Western philosophy. Indeed, many of the doctrines characteristically associated with postmodernism can fairly be described as the straightforward denial of general philosophical viewpoints that were taken for granted during the 18th century Enlightenment, though they were not unique to that period. The most important of these viewpoints are the following. So, in modern philosophy, there is an objective natural reality, a reality whose existence and properties are logically independent of human beings, of their mind, their societies, their social practice, or their investigative technique. But postmodernists dismiss this idea as a kind of naive realism. Such reality as there is, according to postmodernists, is a conceptual construct, an artifact of scientific practice and language. This point also applies to the investigation of past events by historians and to the description of social institutions, structures, or practice by social scientists. Second, the postmodern denial of these viewpoints, the, the viewpoints of descriptive and explanatory statement of scientists and historians can in principle be objectively true or false. The postmodernists deny these viewpoints, which follow from the rejection of an objective natural reality is sometimes expressed by saying that there is no such thing as truth. So the postmodernists don't don't believe in truth, the exact truth. Uh, Third, uh, postmodernists deny the enlightenment of faith in science and technology as instruments of human progress. Indeed, many postmodernists hold that the misguided or unguided pursuit of scientific and technological knowledge led to the development of technologies for killing on a massive scale in World War II. Some go so far as to say that science and technology, and even reason and logic, are inherently destructive and oppressive because they have been used by evil people, especially during the 20th century, to destroy and oppress others. So, and fourth, for postmodernists, reason and logic too are merely conceptual constructs and are therefore valid only within the established intellectual tradition in which they are used. So postmodernists uh, believe that reason and logic are socially construct. And the fifth, uh, postmodernists insist that all or nearly all aspects of human psychology are completely socially determined. So they are artificial. The sixth, uh, postmodernists reject the philosophical foundationalism, the attempt perhaps best exemplified by the 17th century French philosopher René Descartes with the dictum of cogito ergo sum, mean I think, therefore I am, to identify a foundation of certainty on which to build if the edifice of empirical, including scientific knowledge. And the eighth, it is possible, at least in principle, to construct general theories that explain many aspects of the natural or social world within a given domain of knowledge. A general theory of human history, such as dialectical materialism, furthermore, it should be a goal of scientific and historical research to construct such theories, even if they are never perfectly attainable in practice. That's the modern belief of the 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 use of general theories for the natural or social science. But postmodernists dismiss this notion as a pipe dream and indeed as symptomatic of an unhealthy tendency within Enlightenment discourses to adopt totalizing system of thought, as the French philosopher Emmanuel Levinas called them, or grand meta-narrative of human biological, historical, and social development. As the French philosopher Jean-Francois Lyotard claimed, these theories are pernicious not merely because they are false, but because they effectively impose conformity on other perspectives of discourse, thereby oppressing, marginalizing, or silencing them. Derrida himself, a postmodern philosopher, said, equated the theoretical tendency toward totality with totalitarianism. So that's all about the postmodernism philosophy and the what is what how they reject the modern philosophy, or the rejecting the social the paradigm. Uh, so that's it. The postmodernism and modern philosophy. How the postmodernism describe thing about modern philosophy and deny the paradigm of the modern philosophy or the modern world. Thank you very much. Bye bye.